happened. No cap. So my auntie told me this story about this dog she ended up getting from this older guy. Now he was selling some stuff. I guess he was trying to get out the state, trying to go back home. So she ended up liking this dog that she ended up liking. Now this dog was kind of like a old vintage type of dog, China dog. It was like a glass figurine, one of them glass figurine type dog. So she ended up bringing the dog back to her house, and she ended up sitting on top of the fireplace, right? So she ended up was cooking in the kitchen. Next thing she knows, she heard a knock and no falling over. So she thought she probably said it the wrong way. After that, she ended up sitting there straight back up. Next thing you know, the dog ended up falling on the ground. This freaked her out, and she ended up calling her brother, and her brother ended up coming over. So she was telling her brother about what's going on. He couldn't believe it at first, but she was so freaked out what happened. So he was like, okay, let's try this small experiment then. So he ended up taking the dog and put dining room table. And they ended up going in the kitchen, she started back cooking and stuff, right? The next thing that happened, the dog was right back at the same spot in the living room on top of the fireplace. She was like, that does it, the dog is going back. He was like, oh yeah, you taking this dog back. So he ended up going back with her because she was scared to drive with the dog up in the car. So they ended up taking it back to the old guy, and she was like, you can have the dog back. Next thing you know, we ended up coming over the next day, and she was telling us what happened. So I ended up looking on top of the fireplace and down the fireplace because, again, she used to keep a lot of old school dolls that lined up. She took all them dolls down, boxed them up. I don't know if she threw them away or put it up in the attic. But she did not have one single dog up in her house no more after that. And I don't blame her. If she had that experience, I would have done the same thing. Because guess what? So when I got home, my mom used to collect the same dolls like my auntie, right? Them black figurine type of dolls back in the day. I ended up taking all them dolls out and boxed them up and put them right in the closet outside. I'm telling you, I was like, oh, hell no, they ain't staying up in this house. If y'all ever experienced something like that, let your boy know at the bottom of the video, because could you not? It scared the life out of me how she told the story. She ended up going towards this pawn shop, right? And it was the guy was there, and she was explaining to the guy about the doll experience that she had. And the owner of the pawn shop was telling her what the doll looked like. And she was describing the doll and everything else. And so the way that you described the doll to me, that doll could be worth a lot of money. If you can get that doll and bring it here, I can, he was like, do you think you can get the doll back? And she said, why? That doll that you just gave back could be worth a lot of money. And she was like, you lying. He was like, no, them type of dolls is rare that you explaining it to me. I was telling her, you better go get that doll. And she was like, no, he can have that doll. I'm not getting that doll. I'm good. So do you think my auntie should go back and got that doll from him? Let your boy know at the bottom of the video. As for me, just keep it where it's at. And the moral of the story, be careful what type of stuff that you will bring into your house. I'm just saying. Be careful because you never know what you can bring into your house. Be very careful.